Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead, and in today's video we're going to be going over the best characters from each season of the original Walking Dead. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today, this one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead, this one's going to be doing another main show video. We have not done a video on the main Walking Dead in a long time, so I figured it was a good idea to kind of go back and go through some nostalgia again and do this ranking video, which I thought was a really cool idea. I got some suggestions to do this one, which is ranking the best character, in my opinion, from each season. So there's going to be 11 characters here. We're going to talk about each season and what is the one character that I think is the best from each season of The Walking Dead. So, this is going to be very interesting. I would love to hear your characters that you think are the best from each season down below. So let's get right into it. Starting off with The Walking Dead Season 1. I don't think there's any kind of a debate here. The Walking Dead Season 1, my favorite character, is easily going to be Rick. Rick is what made The Walking Dead so gripping when it first started. I mean, the man looking for his family, the guy that, of course, woke up in the hospital that had no idea what was going on. He ends up leading a group by the end of it. He has, of course, a lot of experience with, like the Vatos and stuff. And I don't know. I think Rick definitely is, the best character of season 1. He's what makes season 1 as good as it is, Season 2 now, I think this one is also a pretty obvious one. My favorite from season 2 is going to be Shane. Shane is literally what made that season so damn entertaining. And it's still, to me, one of the best seasons The Walking Dead did because of his character. The drama on the farm with Shane is absolutely untouchable. I mean, his conflict with Rick, especially, his conflict with Dale every 2 seconds, his conflict with Herschel at times, his conflict with, just so many characters, and he really was freaky. Like, when the guy got angry, when the guy got mad, you were afraid. Like, you were like, okay, holy crap, like, what's gonna happen, He busts the barn door open. He, wants to kill Dale at every 2 seconds. He wants Lori for himself. He wants to kill Rick to get him out of the picture, And there's so many things that he does in this season that I was just like, oh my god, this guy's unhinged. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And the best thing about Shane is that he never started off evil. He's a broken villain. He is a guy that just lost his mind over, somebody he loved, and, it ended up flipping him for the bad, And I think that's what's really interesting about Shane. So Shane is definitely my favorite from season 2. Season 3 is going to be Merle. Merle owns that season for me. He starts off as a villain. He returns, of course, with the big knife hand. And, of course, he wants to find out where Daryl is. You get, like, the battle with Woodbury. You get the Carjulio episode where he just shoots him for nothing. Love that episode. And we've got, of course, the reunion between him and Daryl where they fight in the arena. You've got amazing stuff between them. You kind of realize that, the brotherly bond has kind of left between the two of them, which is kind of sad to see. And then he goes out, actually, as a redeemed character. He kind of redeems himself in the last episode and goes out like a hero. He, caps a whole bunch of the governor's men. I think 8 of his men, according to what the governor said in the finale. And then, fights the governor and, gets his fingers chewed off. But, yeah, it's, he really did sacrifice himself in a really legendary way. I thought it was absolutely incredible. Number 4, season 4 of The Walking Dead is going to go to Rick. Now, this one might shock a few people, but this one is my favorite from season 4. Rick, in my opinion, has one of the most underrated arcs of that entire season. He starts off trying to be like a nice, farmer guy. He's, not even really the leader anymore. He's just in the council now. He's farming. He's trying to make a better life for Carl and for Judith. And throughout the season, he has to turn his son into a warrior. He has to turn his son into a soldier again. They got to bring their guns back. He's got to fight the governor. He's got to take care of him. He has to protect the prison. He loses the prison, takes a terrible beating, thinks that literally it's only him and Carl left at a point, and, he kind of starts to build himself back up. He, of course, kills the guy in the bathroom. He's, really just unhinged. He gets the murder coat for the first time, and then in the season finale, he goes from nice farmer dude that's trying to do right to insane murder coat, crazy beard, a guy that wants to protect his son at all costs and will bite a dude's neck out just to do that, And I don't think, I don't think there's any competition with that. That is one of the craziest moments of television ever. When Rick bit Joe's neck out and spit it out, and then grabbed the knife and stuck the knife in the guy's throat a million times over that was trying to hurt Carl. I mean, that unleashed a monster in him, and it's one of the greatest TV scenes of all time. And I love the buildup and how he's, just, gradually getting more crazy. I don't know. There's something about it. Rick in season 4 is easily my favorite. And we're going to continue the trend. Season 5, Rick is my favorite. There's a reason why he's my favorite character of entertainment. Season 5, to me, is his best season. It's his best season. I mean, he's got the crazy beard. He's threatening Gareth. He then kills him and delivers on his promise with the red machete. That's the one I'm going to use to kill you, and Gareth kind of laughs at it at first, and then it's like, oh no, he does it. And then, of course, you've got the scene where he runs over Bob Lamson. You got the scene where he freaks out in the streets of Alexandria with the freaking gun around. He's, he has, like, some PTSD with all the stuff he's gone through and stuff, but you can tell that he, he doesn't really like the way Alexandria is being handled after everything he just faced and stuff. And, I don't know, Rick was on something else in season 5. He really did make that season what it was, to be honest. He really, really, really did. Now, season 6, this one might surprise some people. I have a feeling some people may disagree with this one, but my favorite character of season 6 is going to go to Morgan. So, yes, Morgan is my favorite of season 6. I know that might sound kind of crazy, but this is the main reason why. Morgan in season 6 is so good. He has a phenomenal backstory episode with Eastman, an episode that I think is so underrated. He, of course, ties up the wolf in the current timeline, hoping that maybe the wolf can do what he did, which is break free of this psycho mentality where he wants to kill everybody and maybe start doing some good. And I'll tell you what, too. The funny thing is, Morgan's trick actually worked, because in season 6, episode 9, the wolf actually broke free of that evilness and that heartlessness, and he actually saved Denise's life. He told her to go, he helped her, he saved her life, and he went out not as a total piece of crap, and that's because Morgan, did all the stuff he did. He believed that there was still some good left in that wolf, which I think is really interesting. And it kind of tests Morgan's theory about all life is precious. Not to mention, there's amazing scenes with him. Like when he goes after Carol, he saves Carol, of course, because she's like all frigged up about killing and all that. And he saves her life from that savior. He actually does have to kill somebody. And Morgan is an absolute G. He's got the friggin' staff that season. He's really, really tough. And I don't know. And here's the thing, too. He even knew, too. Like, when Rick was mentioning the saviors, he's just like, we probably shouldn't do that, And he was right. I mean, Morgan just was all-knowing that season. He really was. Now, season 7, speaking of saviors, my favorite of 7 is Negan. Yes, Negan, the character that ruined the show. Get the frig out of here. Negan is absolutely phenomenal that season. I don't care. Oh, I stopped watching when Glenn died. Oh, shut the frig up, people. Negan is made this show so much more exciting. I mean, it was already amazing, but this season for Negan is so good. He is such an intimidating bad guy. He has such a leverage over our group. And Jeffrey Morgan killed it. He's freaking hilarious. He's brutal. He's brutally honest, and he's just so quotable. I mean, he really does make that season what it is. So, to me, I have to put him at number 1 for season 7. He is absolutely amazing. Now, season 8, my favorite character, is actually going to be Dwight. Dwight in season 8 is a very underrated character. He literally is the reason why everything goes so smoothly. He gives them the directions to every single outpost. He guns down his own men when the time comes. He helps them out in the mid-season finale. He joins with our group. He literally infiltrates the whole thing. He sets up plans. He helps out our characters. Even when he gets caught, even when he ends up getting caught by Negan, he still ends up trying to help our group, And I just think Dwight is so underrated. I honestly really, really felt for him in that season, and I thought he was a really phenomenal good guy. Now, no offense to Dwight, but the reason why he's at number 1 is because I actually have a lot of problems with Rick that season. I have a lot of problems with Morgan that season. Yes, I know, characters that I really enjoy, Daryl really annoys me in season 8. Season 8 overall is a very weak season, if you ask me, with a lot of bad decision-making. Like, Rick going back to the junkyard group a million times over, you know what I mean, when they screw him over every time. Or Morgan seeing ghosts every 2 seconds, saying sentences that don't make any sense, or Daryl driving in a friggin' truck into a sanctuary with a bunch of innocent people. Like, Dwight definitely is the best, although I don't know if that's the biggest compliment, but he's my favorite of season 8. But I love Dwight, don't get me wrong, I love Dwight, but it is kind of a shame that he's better than, like, Rick and Daryl and some of these others. So, yeah. But what are you gonna do? Number 9, season 9 is then going to go to Daryl Dixon. So Daryl is definitely my favorite of season 9. This is, in my opinion, the best season for Daryl. Daryl is at an all-time high in this season. We have him going out there looking for Rick for like 6 years. Yeah, talk about friendship. He fights Beta. He gets way more dialogue. He is a leader type figure. He ends up noticing that Lydia is actually a good person, which who would have ever assumed that, you know? Daryl, of course. And he's got like the 2 knives. He's got a dog now. I mean, how could you not say this isn't like the best Daryl season? Like, he's so upgraded this season, it's not even funny. Season 10. Now, season 10, my favorite character is Beta, which might shock some people. Beta for me is so good. He's so good. I mean, you know, finding out that he wears the skin of his friend in episode 2, and that's, you know, like the first big Whisper mask. Yes, Tales of the Walking Dead, it is the first Whisper mask. I love what they done with him in the, you know, the 10th episode where he sneaks into Alexandria. I love what they do with him with his rivalry with Negan. I love what they do with him in the final few episodes where he wears Alpha's face and walks around with the zombie herd. The guy is so scary, like, honestly, besides, like, the governor and stuff, but I might even say Beta overall is, like, the most scary villain. Like, he is freaky. Like, I would not want to piss him off. He is really intimidating, and Ryan Hurst did a phenomenal job with him. And then finally, season 11, my favorite character is Father Gabriel, which, again, this one might surprise some people. The reason why Father Gabriel is my favorite of the final season is because he literally has every badass scene in the book, you know? He doesn't pray for the Reaper that wants him to pray for him. He kills him and says God isn't here anymore. He's literally so badass. He takes a slash to the neck, nothing to him. He has that rivalry with that Mansaya guy or whatever, the one Reaper, which he kills. You got the "Call me Gabriel" line, the "I don't believe that" line, the moment where he calls like the Warlord's compound like a crap hole or something. It was something like that. And he just doesn't care. Like, he's so relentless this season. He really doesn't care. And in my opinion, he had one of the best character conclusions of the entire series. Think about it. He starts the show with, you know, not letting in his congregation and locking the doors and staying inside, being a coward and letting them die out there by walkers. And in the final episode, and it's a scene that nobody talks about, I'll never understand why people don't quote this, is when he's like, I'm opening the gate, I'm letting these people in, I'll kill anybody that tries to stop me. And he lets the innocent people in from getting killed by walkers, from going from the coward that hid to the hero that let them in. You know what I mean? So phenomenal. Such a phenomenal moment for Gabriel. And it was the perfect cap off to his character, in addition to all the amazing scenes he had this season, you know? So, yeah, there you go. So, those are my favorite characters of each season of The Walking Dead. Let me know in the comment section below what do you guys think about all that. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.